Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast where we explore the fascinating world of the English language, one word at a time. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today. Our word of the day is clarify, a really useful B2 level verb that I know will help you express yourself more precisely. So, what does clarify mean? Simply put, it means to make something clear, understandable, or easier to perceive. It's all about removing ambiguity and bringing things into focus. We use it when something is confusing, vague, or open to misinterpretation, and we want to make it crystal clear. Think of it like turning up the brightness on a dim light bulb or focusing a blurry camera lens. Now, let's delve into some synonyms of clarify, words that share a similar meaning. One excellent synonym is explain. For example, could you explain the instructions again, please? Another useful synonym is elucidate. It sounds a bit more formal but means essentially the same thing. You could say, the professor elucidated the complex theory with a simple analogy. Then we have illuminate, which gives the sense of shining a light on something. The investigation helped illuminate the truth behind the scandal. Another synonym is simplify. The teacher tried to simplify the grammar rule for the students. Finally, let's consider define. Define the term democracy in your own words. Now, let's move on to antonyms, words with opposite meanings to clarify. An important antonym is obscure. Instead of making something clear, to obscure means to hide or make something difficult to understand. For example, the heavy fog obscured the view of the mountains. Another antonym is confuse. Obviously, to confuse is the opposite of to clarify. The complicated directions confuse the driver. We also have muddle, which suggests a state of disorder and lack of clarity. He muddled the issue by adding irrelevant details. Then there's complicate, which means to make something more difficult or intricate. Adding more features complicated the software. Finally, we have vague. The witness gave a vague description of the suspect. So, how can you use clarify in everyday life? Well, imagine you're in a meeting and someone says something you don't quite understand. You could politely ask, could you clarify that point, please? Or perhaps you're reading a contract and a clause seems ambiguous. You might say to the person who wrote it, I need you to clarify this section of the agreement. If you're giving someone directions, you might say, let me clarify, turn left at the second set of traffic lights, not the first. If there's been a misunderstanding, you might say, to clarify, I never said that I would pay for everything. Another common expression is let me clarify something before you state something important. Let's look at some more examples of clarify in sentences and phrases. The speaker used a diagram to clarify his point. The company issued a statement to clarify its position on the new regulations. I hope this explanation will clarify any remaining doubts. The lawyer asked the witness to clarify their previous statement. The doctor clarified the diagnosis after running more tests. It's important to clarify your goals before starting a new project. Could you clarify what you mean by sustainable development? The editor clarified the meaning of the sentence by changing a few words. The police are trying to clarify the circumstances surrounding the accident. He needs to clarify his intentions before moving forward. The teacher clarified the difference between these two similar concepts. Let me clarify. I am not in charge of this project. The instructions were unclear, so I asked someone to clarify them. Before we proceed, can we clarify everyone's roles and responsibilities? Remember, clarify is all about making things easier to understand. By using it and its synonyms in your everyday conversations, you'll be able to communicate your thoughts and ideas much more effectively. To recap, we've learned that clarify means to make something clear. We explored synonyms like explain, elucidate, illuminate, simplify, and define. We also looked at antonyms such as obscure, confuse, muddle, complicate, and vague. We've also examined how you can use the word in everyday situations to make your communication more precise and effective. Thank you so much for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you found this episode helpful and that you feel more confident using the word clarify in your English conversations. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others find the show and continue their English learning journey. Now for your challenge. I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word clarify and share it as a comment below the video. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Until next time, happy learning.